Welcome to Breaking International News. 2 U.S. bombers take off from the U.S. What Israel is doing in Iran is complete hooliganism, Erdogan. Iran no longer trusts the U.S. Israel strikes another Iranian military facility. Merron Peskian phone call amid war. Israel shoots down 40 Iranian drones in one day. 2 U.S. bombers take off from the U.S. 2 B-2 Spirit bombers have taken off from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, U.S. The planes are heading towards the U.S. military base on the island of Guam. This was reported by the Times of Israel in flight tracking data. These sophisticated bombers are capable of dropping bombs and missiles on targets above and below the ground from a great distance. They are called stealth bombers because of their ability to evade radar. Recently, these U.S. bombers have caught the attention of the media because Israel is in great danger by attacking Iran. In this situation, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has directly called on the U.S. to intervene in this conflict. Meanwhile, it is not possible to attack Iran's underground Fordo nuclear facility with the weapons that Israel has. Therefore, the U.S. needs cooperation to destroy this Iranian nuclear facility. Several media outlets have already reported that President Donald Trump may engage in war with Israel and use their bombers to destroy Iran's nuclear facilities. For this reason, many media outlets are keeping an eye on the movements of the discussed U.S. bombers. 2 days ago, White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said that Trump has taken 2 weeks to decide whether to engage in war with Iran. What Israel is doing in Iran is complete hooliganism, Erdogan. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has blamed Israel for further increasing instability in the Middle East. He made the remarks in a speech at the 51st session of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, in Istanbul on Saturday, June 21st. TRT Global reported, stating that Israel is now not only an occupier, but is moving forward with a blueprint to spread war throughout the region. Erdogan said in clear language that what Israel is doing in Iran is complete hooliganism. According to him, this aggression is not a military strategy, but an example of state terrorism. Erdogan said that Netanyahu's government is the biggest obstacle to regional peace. They are targeting civilian infrastructure including hospitals, mosques, churches, schools, where innocent people, including children and women, are losing their lives. Describing the situation in the besieged Gaza Strip as worse than a Nazi concentration camp, Erdogan said that Netanyahu's racist dreams are only pushing the world towards destruction. No one benefits from it. Erdogan described the Israeli attack on Iran on June 13 as state terrorism. He said that through this attack, Israel wants to close the diplomatic path in the Iranian nuclear talks. On the one hand, Israel is hiding its nuclear capabilities, while on the other hand it is obstructing others. This is the biggest hypocrisy. The Turkish president also said that Netanyahu's government and its murderous forces do not want to keep any path to diplomacy open. They are only on the path of aggression and destruction. He called on the international community to take a stand against Israel's provocative statements and attacks and to take effective steps to defuse tensions. Erdogan's statement comes at a time when Israel has launched military attacks on several Muslim-majority countries such as Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and most recently Iran, bringing the entire region to the brink of war. Iran no longer trusts the U.S. Iran no longer trusts the U.S. Facebook sharing button Messenger, sharing button WhatsApp, sharing button Twitter, sharing button LinkedIn, sharing button copy, sharing button print, sharing button N+. U.S. President Donald Trump and Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Photo collected. X. U.S. President Donald Trump and Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Photo collected. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has said that it has become difficult to trust negotiations with the U.S. after the recent Israeli attacks. The Iranian Foreign Minister made the comments after a meeting with the foreign ministers of the 3 European superpowers in Geneva on Friday. In an interview with NBC News, Araghchi said, "We now believe that the ongoing negotiations with the U.S. were actually a cover for the Israeli attacks. This is a betrayal of diplomacy." He also said that Washington must show that it actually wants a solution. "We are no longer sure how to trust them, the U.S." Meanwhile, Iran's foreign minister arrived in Turkey on Friday night. He will attend an emergency meeting of the 57-nation Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, in Istanbul on Saturday. Araghchi told local Iranian media that we will make full use of this opportunity to convey the voice of the innocent and just Iranian people to the world stage. He also said that he also plans to meet with top leaders, including Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Israel strikes another Iranian military facility. Israel has struck another military facility in the southern Iranian city of Shiraz, Iran's semi-official news agency IRNA has claimed. The military facility in Fars province was attacked early Saturday, June 21, Al Jazeera reported. IRNA reported that smoke was seen in the sky immediately after the attack. No casualties have been reported so far. It was not confirmed exactly when and what kind of weapons were used. Immediately after the attack, local administration and security forces quickly reached the scene and surrounded the area and began an investigation. However, Iranian authorities have not yet officially announced the real target or cause of the attack. Meanwhile, an important nuclear facility in Iran's Isfahan province was also targeted on Saturday morning. However, authorities said that no dangerous materials or stocks were damaged. The facility has been the target of multiple Israeli attacks in recent clashes. Local sources reported that explosions were heard in Isfahan, but details were not available due to internet outages. Merron Peskian phone call amid war. Amid the ongoing war with Israel, Iranian President Merron Peskian spoke on the phone with French President Emmanuel Macron. The two leaders discussed Iran's nuclear program, Al Jazeera reported. According to the report, the ongoing stalemate over Tehran's nuclear program and the acceleration of negotiations with European powers were emphasized in their discussions. In a message on social media, Macron said, "I have emphasized that Iran must never acquire nuclear weapons. Iran must provide sufficient guarantees of peaceful intentions." He also said, "I firmly believe that there is a way out of this war and that a more terrible catastrophe can be avoided." On the other hand, President Merron Peskian has clearly stated that Iran does not want to develop nuclear weapons. However, the country's right to peaceful nuclear energy and research will be preserved. It is believed that the phone call could be considered an important diplomatic breakthrough in the context of ongoing tensions in the Middle East, especially as Iran and the West seek to return to negotiations on the nuclear deal. Israel shoots down 40 Iranian drones in one day. The Israeli Air Force has shot down 40 Iranian drones launched into Israel since Friday night, June 20th, the country's Times of Israel reported, citing the military. One of the drones hit a house in Beit Shean on Saturday morning, June 21st. The other hit an open area near a highway to the south. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, said an Iranian truck-mounted drone launcher was hit. The country's military said that excluding today's attacks, it has shot down 470 drones launched by Iran into Israel since June 13th, which is 99%. According to IDF data, Iran has launched more than 1,000 drones into Israel since June 13th, although many failed or were destroyed in the skies of other countries, including Jordan.